guys will love. So let me get this show on the road here. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let me share my screen and show you guys what I am talking about, because I'm very excited to show you some of our new features today. We have a lot of really great announcements today that I think you guys will be very, very excited about. So first and foremost, we are live right now streaming on YouTube, on Facebook, on our LinkedIn, and a bunch of other stuff. So if you're not following us yet, make sure you're following us. Here's our YouTube channel. Basically go to YouTube, search for Lumi Wealth, the name of our company, right? Or go to youtube.com/@LumiWealth, and you'll get here and you'll see that right here, we have our live stream going on. So if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you'll get all of our live stuff. Anything that we do for free is all on our YouTube channel. So if you guys want to follow us, you'll get access to that automatically. And then we also, we're going to be putting out a lot of free content over the next little bit. We just hired a new person who's going to be doing a lot of our video editing. So we're going to be putting out a lot of really cool videos. We just launched a new AI product. It's going to be very, very cool. So if you're not following us on YouTube, make sure you follow us, because there's going to be a lot of really great announcements coming up and a lot of free training on there soon. All right. Okay, cool. So before we get into that, let's get started here. And we'll get this kicked off. And then after we get into this, before we go into our normal thing for today, I want to show you guys some of our new products. Super, super exciting. We just launched this stuff about a week or two ago. I'm going to get you into that. But before we get there, let me give you a quick little synopsis here. We'll get the show started, and then we'll jump into all of our cool new stuff. All right. Okay. And also, guys, keep in mind, this is live. So if you do want to ask any questions or anything like that, feel free to type it into the chat. You can turn on your microphones as well if you want to ask a question that way as well. All right. This is live. The reason why we do it live is exactly for that reason, so that you can ask questions and we could be more interactive. All right. Okay, so today what we're going to be covering is how to build your first algorithm, right? So there's a workshop teaching you basically how to build your first trading algorithm. We not only are going to be showing you today a little bit of, we're going to show you how to launch an algorithm, but I'm also going to show you our new AI tool that helps you build new algorithms, which is really, really powerful and really, really cool. Okay. So essentially, you're going to be able to launch your own automated strategy in minutes. We're going to show you how to get that done. Right. Before we jump into that, though, a little bit about myself. This is me, Robert Grezik. This is a little bit about my background. If you want to know who it is that's speaking right now and why you should care at all about anything I have to say, this is a bit of my background. So I've worked on Wall Street for a number of years. Basically, I built some of the companies I was at. I built a lending technology company, or basically department in a large company. These guys are huge. Basically, we built this out, put together a team, we built it out, and we built a product that essentially has done probably about 50 billion, if not more, in lending transactions. This is at a company called Greystone that does commercial mortgage lending. I was the one leading the team. We ran all that kind of software stuff. I also was an early team member at a company called Voyager. If you guys remember, this is a crypto trading app back in the day. When I joined the company, it was just a bunch of us in a WeWork, and WeWork in a dream, right? Fast forward a couple of years, that company went to be worth $3 billion. That's 3 with a B. So did quite well on my stock options, I can tell you that much. Subsequently blew up because of the FTX collapse that kind of took us along with them, but still paid me quite well. It was pretty damn cool to see a company that you just started turn into being worth $3 billion. So that was a really fun ride. I've also been helping traders automate strategies for over 5 years now. I've helped clients from Google, from MIT, from Goldman Sachs, from a bunch of different big companies like that. We work with a lot of big clients, and we build trading strategies for them. I've been coding for over 25 years. I was one of those kids that started when I was a teenager. I was very young when I started to learn. I think I was like 12 when I learned how to code, so it's been quite a while. I have a master's in finance degree as well, so I do have that education. I've been working for over 10 years in fintech and Wall Street. I'm going to move this thing up here for future presentations, so it's a little bit better organized. So I've been working for over 10 years in fintech or on Wall Street. I've worked at a bunch of different firms. I manage a couple $1 million in investments. I'll show you a couple of my investments later today. You'll see some of the things that I've invested in, and they've been doing quite well. Spoiler alert. Basically, I'm here to make algo trading accessible to you. right? I'm the CEO of this company, Lumi Wealth. We created this company to make it very easy for the average person to be able to build trading algorithms. This used to be something that was only available to hedge funds. Now it's available to the everyday person, and it's getting easier and easier. All right. Let me share this presentation link with you guys as well, so you guys can follow along. Here's the presentation. Okay, so why would you want to do algo trading? Who cares about trading algorithms? Why not just go into Robinhood and just manually place trades? Well, a couple things. First of all, trading algorithms allow you to execute 24/7. Okay, this is especially very important if you're trading crypto. A lot of markets are actually becoming more and more open. They've been talking about making stock markets open 24 hours a day. Right now, if you trade on, for example, Alpaca or a lot of other brokers, trading starts at 4 a.m., ends at 8 p.m. Eastern time, right? This is getting longer and longer, and all these different opportunities can come up when you're asleep. They can come up when you're at work, when you're out at the gym, doing whatever you want to do with your life. The markets don't sleep. So it is important to have something that's constantly looking at that. A trading algorithm can do that. If there's a nuclear attack in your sleep, you can have a trading algorithm that can automatically sell your stuff and get you out of that, for example, right? So 24 hours execution, that's really important. Another thing that's really important about algo trading is that there's no emotions. A lot of people, I speak to a lot of traders about this, and they all say, oh, I've been trading for a while, but I let my emotions get away with me, right? They know what they should be doing. They have a good strategy. They're doing it. But then when it comes down to it, pushing that button, they get nervous. They think, oh yeah, it's either fear or greed, right? You're either scared to take the trade that you should, or you're scared to get out of a trade that you should, right? That doesn't happen with trading algorithms. They have pre-programmed objectives, and they will do what you tell it to do. They do not think emotionally. They just execute, right? So this lack of emotions will allow you to be a much better trader. Third of all, helps you save time. Instead of manually trading all the time, a lot of people spend hours doing this stuff, researching, looking at charts, that sort of thing. This will save you a lot of time. It makes it a lot easier when you can just run an algorithm. It just does it for you. Also, trading algorithms are very fast. There's no human on earth that can trade as fast as a trading algorithm. I can bet you with our trading algorithms, by the time you place one trade, we could probably place 1,000. It's not even comparable, okay? It's super fast. If there's some news that comes out, it could jump on that news within literally fractions of a second. If there's some sort of action that happens in the market, you can take advantage of that much faster than you even realize it's happening. The speed is completely unparalleled with algo trading. And this could be a very big advantage in many different areas. If you're jumping on the news, if you're looking at specific patterns, all that kind of stuff. And then number 5 is AI will spot hidden patterns. Now with the use of artificial intelligence, it can actually find things that you can't find, right? It's very interesting. You run AI on certain types of setups, you run AI on certain types of news, it will find things that most humans will not realize is even there. So AI has actually changed the game, made it very, very interesting to build a lot of these things. As a spotlight, here's an example of one company that does a lot of algorithmic trading. Okay, this is Jim Simons here. If you've never heard of him, he passed away a couple months ago. Before he passed away, he was, I think, number 45 richest person on earth. Okay, why was he that rich? Because he started this company here called Renaissance Technologies. It is known to be one of the best hedge funds in all of history. Okay, it's entirely algorithm driven. There's literally no single person that ever places a trade. It's all completely run by computers. Okay, not once. He's actually recorded on YouTube. Not once have they ever placed a trade manually. It's all just computers. Okay? They're widely known as the best hedge fund in history. So they've had an average of 66% annual returns before fees. If you look this up, there's no other hedge fund in history that have accomplished returns like that over such a long time period. This is over a 30-year time period, on average, 66%. They almost, I don't think they've ever lost money, actually. I think maybe one quarter they had a losing period. That includes going over 2008, includes going over the 2020 bear market, that includes the 2000 tech crash. They went through all of this stuff. They've never had a losing year, ever. You know what I mean? And an average of 66% a year. Fantastic. Jim Simons is the guy, he's the billionaire. He was one of the richest people in the world. They've been profitable every single year from 1988 to 2018. Probably that extends up until 2024. I just don't have the data for that. They're very secretive, but they're definitely on record from 1988 until 2018, a 30-year track record. Not a single year they've lost money. Crazy. Okay. There's a book about them actually, and I'm going to share this book with you guys. I've been told by some of our clients that we should share this book more often. It is a fantastic book called The Man Who Solved the Market. If you want to learn more about algo trading and why it's so flippin' cool, check this book out. This guy, Gregory Zuckerman, basically wrote a book about Jim Simons and his company and what they've done. It's wild. They did some pretty crazy stuff. Not only was Jim Simons one of the richest people on earth, but pretty much everyone else at the company was too. They're very, very wealthy. They're all billionaires or 100 millionaires. There's a story there where a guy bought a house and forgot that he even had a mansion. There's another thing. One of the employees became so rich that he bought a $70 million yacht just to do things on the weekends. Like, it's crazy. These guys just made such a ridiculous amount of money. And why did they make so much money? Because they built a trading algorithm or a bunch of trading algorithms that made them an insane amount of cash. Literally, the most successful hedge fund in all of history is a algorithm trading hedge fund, a quant trading hedge fund. Okay? So that's awesome, right? So algo trading, doing some great stuff. Why is now specifically the time to do this though? All right, so a couple of reasons why specifically right now is a good time for this. And I really think you guys should jump into this right now because there's a lot of really amazing things going on. And I'll show you some of that stuff that we've been building. It's nuts. First of all, there's an AI revolution going on right now. These breakthroughs in ChatGPT and all these different AI that's coming out right now is just mind-blowing. What's possible now is literally, it's the biggest opportunity I've ever seen in my entire life. It's crazy. I'm going to show you our new tool that we've made. I am very excited about it. I think this is just going to completely change the game. If you're going to pick a time to get into this field, now is the time. This AI revolution is really, really making things super interesting and opening up a lot of possibilities. So AI is a really good time to get into it right now. The market is evolving right now as well. There's now daily stock options. That didn't used to be the case. There's now 24-hour trading in crypto markets. They're thinking about doing that in stock markets too. The markets are trading now faster. Things move faster. It's a lot harder to trade right now manually, and especially you're competing against algorithms. It's said to be something like 85% of the stock market's trades are all algorithm driven. If you are trading manually, you are trading against robots. Okay? You don't have a fair advantage. You are getting schooled left, right, and center. You don't even realize it. Every single time you're placing a trade, it is most likely the person on the other end is not a person, it's a robot, right? So right now is a very good time to get into that because, it'd be good to get that advantage on your side, right? Also, it's become a lot more affordable lately. This kind of stuff used to only be possible with hedge funds. That guy I told you about, Jim Simons, the way that they built it, like they needed millions of dollars to do this, right? Back in the 80s when they started the company, they had to buy all these like supercomputers and like do crazy programming and connect to the exchange. They did all sorts of wild stuff. These days, use a broker like Alpaca, which we'll talk about later today. It makes it very easy to do this stuff. There's a lot of tools now available to deploy applications, makes it a lot easier. I'll show you how to do that today too. It's just become a lot easier, a lot more affordable. It's now actually possible for regular people to create trading algorithms. This was not possible before, right? Also, there's been a big explosion in data. They say that market data is doubling, something like every 18 months. There's so much stuff on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, all over the place. There's data like crazy. We're working on a new bot right now that's going to actually use Twitter data and the Grok API, their AI, that could actually trade very quickly based on new market data. Super, super interesting being able to do that kind of stuff. This is now possible, and data is just blowing up like crazy. Last of all, it's proven success. Renaissance is one of those companies that's proven that this is possible, that this can make you a lot of money. But it's not just them. There's a lot of other companies like that too. Quant hedge funds are becoming very popular. You're even seeing a lot of these like agentic crypto trading bots that are coming out. There's all sorts of really interesting trading algorithms that are coming out right now, and you're seeing them be very, very successful. I think I saw an article the other day. It was an AI powered VC that did a 17x return in 3 months. Holy crap. You know what I mean? Where are you going to get numbers like that? That's just wild. Yeah. But anyways, right now is a very good time to get into this. If you're going to pick a time ever to get into algo trading, right now is the time. Okay. So that's my little spiel to tell you about kind of the details of what we're up to and what we do. Here's our outline for today. This is what we're going to cover. I'm also, like I said, I'm going to show you one of our new products first. Before we jump into this, I'm very excited to show you guys this. If you can't tell, I'm very excited today because we have this new product out. It's been out for a week. We're getting really amazing reception around it. We also made our prices a little bit more affordable, so it's easier for you guys to actually start using this thing. So let me show you that first before we jump into this. But this is what we're going to be covering today. I'm going to show you some algorithm examples. I'm going to show you a few of our algorithms that have been running and how they've been doing. I'm going to show you how to launch an algorithm, right? We'll talk about the different, how you actually launch one. We'll talk about the broker you're going to use. We'll talk about GitHub, where you're going to get the code from. We'll talk about Render, where your algorithm is going to live. I'll show you how to do that. And then at the end of the presentation, I'm going to tell you about some next steps that you could take, how you can take things to the next level. I'll tell you about our plans, what's available to you, and how you could actually get involved in this stuff and start building these things. And then also we have a special offer at the end. We have a discount going on right now, the biggest discount we've ever had as a company. It's available to you. If you stick around to the end, I'll get you that coupon code as well. I think it's only available for another 24 hours. So, so right now is a very good time for that. Okay, so before we get into that, let me stop and ask, do you guys have any questions? Does anyone have any questions on anything I've covered so far? I think you guys can feel my enthusiasm here. I'm definitely very excited about our newest stuff. Okay. If you guys have any questions, feel free to type it into the chat. Feel free to turn on your microphones. I love it when these presentations are interactive. The reason why we do this live is specifically for that reason, so that you guys can ask your questions, so we can get things done together as opposed to just one direction. Okay. So if you guys have any questions, please type it into the chat. Oh, there you go. So Jovel says, I feel like I can't compete. I'm broke right now. I'm just being honest. Makes sense, Jovel. I hear that from a lot of people. It is hard to compete in the markets. That's why we've built this kind of stuff. We built tools that basically make this a lot easier. A lot of people go out there and buy stocks. A lot of people will make very silly mistakes when they first get started with investing. We've built a lot of trading algorithms and a lot of tools and education to avoid that, to make that a lot easier. I'll show you some of my investments. We've done very well. If you want, you can copy kind of what I've been up to. I'm going to show you a disclaimer in a second as well. Maybe actually, let's first do a quick disclaimer here. This information presented today, backtest results, educational purposes only. I'm going to show you a bunch of stuff that I think is a very good idea, stuff that I use, stuff that I do. But after all, this is finance. I don't understand your personal financial situation. Make sure you speak to an investment advisor if that's something that you need to do. All right. Please read this disclaimer. But that being said, Jovel, you say, I did that and I got creamed. That makes sense. I hear that a lot from a lot of different people. This is why we build trading algorithms. We back test stuff. We show you basically simulated trading. Historically, we can actually have a much more level head when we build our algorithms. And let me show you some stuff. So let me show you kind of some of the things we've worked on and what we do. And I think you'll really appreciate some of the stuff that we've built. So I can appreciate. Awesome. Sounds good, Jovel. I'm glad you're here. Okay. So let me first of all show you our new product. We just launched a brand new product that I'm super stoked about, and you guys can see it now too. Okay. What you need to do is you need to go to, and I'm going to mute this because it's talking. Go to botspot.trade. Right. So botspot.trade, not .com, it's .trade. Botspot is another company out there somewhere in, I think they're based in Europe somewhere. They make like robots for something. Botspot, this is us, Botspot by LumiWealth.trade. When you come to this website, you'll see a couple of things. First of all, on here, we have a bunch of our trading algorithms that have been running for some period of time. You can actually go into them, see how they've been performing, see how they've been doing. I'll show you a couple of them in a second, but we've had some really strong performances here. So for example, one of our algorithms, diversified leverage, we'll talk about kind of the details of what this does in a little bit, but just to show you the website here, you can actually click into it. You could follow our algorithms. Here's how this one's been doing. In green is the trading algorithm itself, and gray is the S&P 500. You can see we're beating the S&P by a nice margin here, right? If you had put your money, in this case, this is real money that I have here in this account. I put in $3,500, $3,519 in specific into this account. That account has now grown to be worth $5,300. So I've made, what is that? What is that profit? I think I've made about $2,000 almost on this account. Quite nice. If I had put my money into the stock market, I would have only made $4,800. Right? It would only be at $4,800 right now. Okay. But we have more than that. Here's another one of my accounts, is my AlphaPix account. We'll talk about what these are doing in a little bit. I'll tell you specifically what they're doing. Here's my AlphaPix account. This one has $14,000 in it, $14,500. I originally put in $11,526, and that has since turned into $14,548. That is since September 26th. So September, October, November, December, January, 4 months, I'm up 26%. So very nice return here. I've made about $3,000. It's not bad in this account. And you can see here, smoking the S&P 500. In gray is the S&P. And then in green is this trading algorithm. And you can see we're just absolutely annihilating the S&P 500. You can see, and I'll show you some stuff. I expect this to continue and do a lot better even over the next couple of months and years. Very excited about this strategy. We have a bunch of stuff in here. There's also our Condor, our Iron Condor trader. Here's one, how it's been doing. Very nice and stable returns. Very up and to the right. Even when the market was going down, this thing was still going stable. It's a very nice stable returns with it. We actually have one that's been running for longer. I could show you. We don't have it on the website yet, but here's a version of it that's been running even longer. Very nice, stable, up and to the right type returns. Right. So yeah, so you can kind of look through some of our algorithms. Here it's available. Go to botspot.trade. Feel free to check it out. You'll see what's there. Javel says, what about futures? We do not currently have futures trading algorithms. We plan to build them soon. This is something that we're working on. We have an AI that can build bots. It does not have the capability to build futures algorithms yet, but we will be adding that capability soon. I've heard of some pretty interesting algorithms that we want to build out in futures. We trade a lot of stocks. We trade a lot of options. We trade a lot of crypto, all of which are making quite good money. I don't know if the reason why you want to trade futures is because of prop trading firms. Usually that's the reason why people want to trade futures. If it's for your own personal gain, I'd recommend using something else. Futures tend to be a little bit more complicated. Some of these here, they trade just regular stocks and do very well versus stock market. But if you're trying to beat a prop firm challenge, I can understand that. Lower risk and low entry. I would argue that futures are actually very high risk. If you don't know what you're doing, I'd recommend staying away from futures unless you actually know what you're doing, because you can very easily blow up your account. You can take your account to zero within a minute, literally within a minute, using futures if you do the wrong thing. But that being said, we are working on building some futures algorithms. I do think that there's a lot of opportunity. They are very risky, but that also gives us a lot of opportunity to make money as well, right? So we will be building those out shortly, and you'll be able to see some of our futures trading algorithms in a little bit. We will probably have that within the next few weeks. So if you're looking again to futures, we will have some stuff available for you there too. Okay, cool. So this is our new website. You could go in here. You could see how our strategies are doing. We're adding in more. This is not all of our strategies. We're just slowly adding them day by day. It takes a little bit of time to transfer everything over, as we were using a different system before. So if you come back here in a couple of days, you'll see more algorithms every week basically being added. And we're creating new algorithms too. Here's one that we actually just created yesterday during one of our classes. This is our put spread strategy. Literally just started trading. Today was a bit of a down market for it, but the back tests are very good. I'll show you what that looks like. So we're going to be constantly adding in algorithms here. Okay. I'll also show you how to use this website to basically add your own algorithms too, so you could track them and see how they're doing. Right? Cool. Also, and this is the part that I'm very excited about, we launched this brand new product within here. So if you go into this BotSpot website, again, botspot.trade, go to menu, go to AI Bot Builder. This thing is really, really flippin' cool. Okay, so what is this AI Bot Builder, you might ask? Yeah. Well, what this does is it allows you to build your own trading algorithms using AI. Okay, so meaning if you want to build a bot, back in the day, this was very difficult to do. You'd have to hire a software developer. They'd have to write software code for you. We used to charge literally thousands of dollars to build these things. Literally, I've had some clients I've charged $20,000 to build a bot. The typical is more around $3,000 or $4,000 to build a bot. It's expensive. It's difficult to build a bot. If you're not a programmer, back in the day, it would be quite difficult. Now, with our brand new tool, we could take this thing that used to cost thousands of dollars and a lot of work to build. Now it's available to you using AI, and it's freaking wild. Okay, so let's do some examples. Okay, for example, you can say, I want a bot that trades the SPY using RSI. If RSI is less than 30, then buy. If RSI is greater than 70, then sell. I can click on that, and I can click generate strategy, and it will create it for me. Okay. Some other examples. You might want a different bot. You might say, I want a bot that invests in the top 10 S&P 500 stocks by momentum, changing symbols once every 6 months. You can type that in, hit generate strategy. It will create it for you. Okay. You might say, I want a bot that trades TQQQ, which is a leveraged NASDAQ based on a moving average filter. Only buy if the moving average is rising. Okay. You can click on that. You can type it in here, generate strategy, or you can make your own. You could do, one thing that we did yesterday is build a bot that trades put option spreads, selling there. You could type in whatever the heck you want. This is available to you right now. Go to botspot.trade and then go to AI Builder. You guys can actually play around with it now. We have it available for free because it's brand new right now. This will be only available to paying customers starting next week. So if you guys want to play around with it, this is the opportunity to do that. You have a little bit of a window because we want to get some feedback on it. But it's available right now for free if you guys want to play around with it. This will soon be locked down and only available to paying customers very soon. Okay, so feel free to go in here. You could choose one of our examples, or you could type in your own and hit generate strategy. You'll see what happens. Okay, so let me actually do that right now. I'm going to pick this one here. I want a bot that trades SPY using RSI. If RSI is less than 30, then buy. If RSI is greater than 70, then sell. I'm going to hit generate strategy. Now we wait. It takes something like a minute to generate, which is flipping crazy, because if you had to build something like this even 6 months ago, it would have taken you literally days to build something like this. Now you can build this thing literally within seconds. It's counting here. It's been 20 seconds so far. We can count how many seconds it's going to take. We're actually going to use a new API soon. It's going to speed this up even more. But literally 1 minute, you'll see this thing pop out. You'll have code that you can use and run, and you could actually have this trading bot working for you. What we're going to do, actually, if you guys want to join, we're going to do a workshop next week specifically on how to use this AI bot builder. And I'll show you specifically how to actually use this code, how to back test it, how to modify it. We're going to talk about all that kind of stuff. But there we go. So it just finished up. There it is. Okay. Here is an RSI swing bot strategy, right? That's what it created. Okay. It gives you all the code. It generated all this code using AI. This is Python code. You could even read through it. It says a strategy description. This strategy trades SPY based on the relative strength index, RSI. If the RSI is above 30, or sorry, below 30, it buys SPY. If RSI is above 70, it sells SPY. And then it goes down here, shows you all the code, the symbol it picked, SPY, sleep time, it runs daily, right? It keeps the last RSI. It gets historical prices for this symbol over the past 15 days. It then calculates the RSI. Then it gets the latest RSI value. Then it'll get whether you have a position or not. And then depending on that, if RSI is less than 30, it will trade, submit an order for you. Or if it's above 70, it will trade and sell that order for you. All this is code written by AI. This is wild, guys. Literally, this would have taken you an entire day to do before if you were a good coder. Now, this literally took 60 seconds to generate, okay? You can now take this code and actually run it. What I'm going to show you today, I'm going to show you how to actually run a bot like this. We have some example strategies that we're going to run, but basically this is now code that you can actually take and run. And I could even say something a little different. I could say now, I could refine it further. I could say also add a filter for MACD as well, making sure that both RSI and MACD are at good levels before buying or selling, right? This is brand new. I haven't even tried doing this before. It's AI, it's wild. I can hit refine strategy. It's going to go off and work, and it's going to take this code and modify this code to do what I want it to do. This is crazy, guys. Honestly, the first time I saw this thing work, it blew my mind. Literally yesterday, we built an options trading bot that trades put option spreads. It literally took us 2 minutes to build this thing. We typed into AI, pushed a button, and it generated for us. We built another one the week before that makes stochastic, that trades based on stochastics. It's a very complex query. I'll show you what that looks like. It is wild what this thing can do. And this thing is available to you guys. Feel free to try it out. Like I said, it's available for free for now. Next week, it will not be free anymore. It will be only for people part of our plans. But here we go. Here's MACD. The strategy trades RSI based on the relative strength index and MACD. It buys SPY when RSI is below 30, and there's a bullish MACD crossover. It sells SPY when RSI is above 70, and there's a bearish MACD crossover. And let me actually show you this just as a little preview. I'm going to show you this code. We could actually back test it. I'll show you how we could back test this code. We're going to do a workshop on this next week, and we're doing a live class that's going to show you how to do this stuff. So, but let me do a quick little demo. All right, so we'll demo. Let me make a folder here called demo, because I've been doing a lot of demos. Demos. I'm going to copy over this thing here. Where the heck is that? Copy and paste it in here. And then now I'm going to make a new file for this code, right? And basically this code that we did using AI, I'm just going to copy the code over, paste it into here, hit run, and we're doing a back test for this strategy. Super simple. Is this a good strategy or not? I don't know. It looks like it doesn't really trade, right? Where I'm just looking at the price action that's happening out here. It's going very fast. You can see basically what that count is worth at each point in time. It seems like it is trading. Maybe not the best strategy in the world, but you guys can come up with your own strategies, right? You can come up with whatever strategies you guys find interesting. This is how this strategy would have performed, right? There we go. Basically matches the S&P 500. Interesting. But yeah, that strategy literally took us, what, 2 minutes to make with zero coding involved. Wild. Absolutely wild. Let me show you another one. Here's one that we made a little while ago. 2 weeks ago, we made this strategy. This is what someone asked. We do our live classes every Tuesday where we actually build this stuff live. If you're part of our pro plan, you'll actually get access to that. One of the guys in the class, this live class, asked, hello, I would like you to create a day trading bot utilizing stochastics as entry and exit signals. This bot trades on the 1 minute chart using the symbol SPY, and here's how it knows when to enter. We have 4 different stochastic oscillators, and they all need to be oversold in order to enter a long trade. And the first stochastic oscillator, the K period is 9, D period is 3, and slowing period is 3. The second stochastic oscillator, the K period is 14, D period is 3, and slowing period is 3. And the third stochastic oscillator, the K period is 40, the D period is 3, and the slowing period is 3. On the fourth oscillator, the K period is 60, D period is 3, and slow period is 3. In order to enter a long trade, all 4 of these stochastic oscillators must be oversold on the 1 minute chart when the condition presents itself. We will buy calls according to an account percentage or account variable, and we'll hold until the second stochastic oscillator, the one with the 14 in it, is overbought. I want you to have overbought and oversold levels as variables as well, and they should start at 80 and 20 as defaults. Also create a variable for the stop loss. Let's make that 0.5% price movement in the underlying asset. If you're in a position and the market is about to close, make sure you are out before the market closes. And also, just for your information, the calls we bought should be 1 day till expiration at the money. That is what someone gave me. I took that, typed that into the AI, hit generate, and it made working code. First shot. Imagine that. Any strategy you guys can think of, type it into the box, hit generate, it'll create code for you that you could actually use, back test, and run that strategy automatically. Mind blowing. It's crazy. Okay. You guys asked some questions. Let me show this here. So some questions here. Does this perform on any platform? No, there's only specific brokers that could trade with trading algorithms. Some of those brokers, Alpaca, which we'll talk about later today, they're brokers specifically made for trading algorithms. They're now international around the world. Interactive Brokers is another one. Tradier is another one. We're going to be adding Schwab soon as well. So not any platform. There's only specific brokers that allow you to do algo trading, and we work with almost all of them, right? Joel says, I'm impressed. I agree. When I got this, honestly, this was 2 weeks ago in our live algo sessions that we run every Tuesday. If you guys join our pro plan, I highly suggest you guys sign up. We're having a big sale right now. If you guys join our pro plan, you'll be able to join those Tuesday sessions. We can actually build the bot live for you during that time. If you have whatever kind of strategy, we can literally build that during the class and do that. Or you can just use our tools. You know, the tools are available to you. You can actually run those things. So super, when I ran this and it generated the code, I almost fell out of my chair. I was like, this literally would have taken me days to build. I'm very good at building trading algorithms. It's something that would have taken me a very long time to build. It took 60 seconds using AI. It's wild. Okay. This is a tool now available to you guys. Go to botspot.trade, go to AI Bot Builder. You guys can play around with it. This is free for now. It's only free for maybe the next 3 or 4 days until we get our payment mechanism set up. Then it's going to be locked down only for paying customers, right? And we'll talk about what that costs in a little bit. Yuri also asked, no stop losses. We can add a stop loss, right? We can go RSI swing bot. Here's that bot. We could say add a stop loss, right? At, you know, how do you want the stop loss to function? You could just tell it what you want it to do, right? Type in, I want a stop loss at whatever. When this happens, sell, hit refine strategy, and you can add that stop loss in. It's that easy. It's crazy. Yeah. So a trailing stop loss. Add a trailing stop loss. How would you want? Based on ATR, right? We'll hit refine, right? And you'll see that it actually adds that in, right? Wait a few seconds. You'll see this thing actually working. And there we go. I mean, it's that simple. You know, feel free to go with it to botspot.trade. You guys have you have access to it right now. You guys can play around with this. It is the craziest product. I've been building software, guys, for 25 years. I've not been more excited about any software product I've ever built in my entire life. This thing is blowing my mind. I can't wait to get this in front of more people. We're right now working on a big marketing blitz. We want to tell the world about this because this is flipping crazy. Like, it's wild what this thing could do. Literally, guys, we would charge $5,000 to $10,000 to build something like this. And it's now available in 60 seconds. We charge $99 a month for a starter plan to get access to this, or you can get a pro plan for more than that. It includes some live classes. I'll tell you guys more about that later. Crazy what you can build with this thing. We'll teach you how to use it. We're doing live classes to show people how to do this. Next week at the same time as this, we're going to do a workshop to teach you specifically how to use this, how to back test stuff. We're going to talk about all that stuff in a workshop. But there we go. Cool. Okay. Additionally, it implements a trailing stop loss based on ATR, average true range. When a position is open, the trailing stop loss is set at the entry price minus ATR. As the price moves up, the stop loss trails the price by the ATR value. And you can actually go down here and see it has MACD, calculate the ATR. Here's the different ATR value. Here's the ATR value, right? And then when it places the trade, we'll go here. There we go. Stop loss order, right? There we go. Placed initial stop loss order of this, right? Yeah, so it creates an order to buy the actual thing itself, right? And then it sets an entry price and then creates the stop loss order here. That's a trailing stop, right? Very cool, right? Literally, that's all I had to do. Type it in, hit enter, boom, you have that strategy. Wild. Yeah. Anyways, cool. Do you have historical data some way? Yes, you can get historical data. It depends on what kind of data you need. By default, if you're doing day trading, or sorry, just trading once per day, it will automatically use Yahoo Finance as data. If you are doing day trading, like if you want to have this thing like 1 minute chart, that sort of thing, you're going to have to go to polygon.io, and you're going to have to make an account with these guys. They have free data up to 2 years historical. If you want to go back further than that, you have to pay them, but up to 2 years, it's for free. You just create an account here, you get an API key, and you just have to put that in. You basically put that into your file called .env. There's a little description here of how to do that. If this sounds like gibberish to you, we're going to be doing a workshop next week describing how to do this. And we are also launching a live class that's going to be starting in March. That's going to get into really deep details of this. It's available. It's going to be available as part of our pro plan. So I'll tell you guys more about that in a little bit. All right. But yeah, you can. I mean, this is crazy what you can do here. It's honestly wild. It blows my mind. Anyways, little detour. I just had to show you guys that. I'm just so excited about it. I had to show you how that worked and what that looked like, because I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. I've been sleeping 4 hours a day for the past 2 weeks, just working like crazy on this thing because I can't help it. This is just wild what it can do. Again, next week, we're going to do a full workshop just on this algo builder. And it is also available to you guys right now for free to play around with. That will be taken away next week and will only be available to people on our starter plan and up. Okay. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. All right. Before we talk more about our plans and how you guys can sign up and that sort of thing, let's get back to our regular scheduled programming. Let me take you guys through kind of some of the stuff that we talked about here. I'm going to show you some algorithm examples. I'm going to show you how to launch an algorithm, and then we'll talk about our plans and stuff. Right. Okay, cool. Some quick notes. You can check out our plans, lumiwealth.com, if you want to see what our plans are like, and our website, learn more about our stuff. If you stay until the end, we do have a discount. We did a massive New Year's Eve sale. This is the biggest sale we've ever had as a company. It's expiring, I think, tomorrow on the 23rd. So make sure that if you guys sign up, you sign up for the next 24 hours, because that coupon code will go dead and it will save you a lot of money. So stay until the end to get that discount. And then also I shared the presentation link with you guys already. So we have that done. Okay. Let me show you a couple of algorithms. When you sign up to our plans, you get a bunch of stuff, okay? You're going to get access to AI bot builder. You get access to a bunch of classes to teach you how to use it, how to build algorithms. You get access to our classes that are live every week, where basically we build algorithms like this every week. Literally what we just did there, that's kind of what we do every week, right? We'll go around the class. We have some very smart people in the class. People talk about different algorithms they want to build. Usually people have some very good ideas. We've had some really cool algorithms we built during these classes. If you want to join us, you could come in and you could just raise your hand and say, hey, can you build this bot for me? And we will just build that for you. That happens every Tuesday. So you could join in and actually get your stuff built. Okay. But here's a couple that we built over the years. Okay. We built a bunch of bots over the years. This is pre-AI. We're doing a lot of stuff manually. These days is moving a lot faster. But here's a couple that we built over the years. Okay. Here's one bot that we built back in the day. It is our Nancy Pelosi following bot. So actually it's called our Congress following bot. You could follow any member of Congress that you'd like. In this case, this is following Nancy Pelosi. I don't know if you guys watched the news. She made some pretty interesting trades yesterday. She bought Tempest, which is one company I'm really crazy about. I just bought some stock options in that. Spent about $5,000 copying her that trade specifically and her Google trade. I copied those two with options. I also bought Tesla options today too. But here's our Congress following bot that basically follows her trades. Okay, this is just following her stock trades, not following her option trades. We can actually modify this thing to kind of do things the way that she trades with options. We can actually modify this pretty easily using our AI. But the way that it works is it goes to this thing called Congress Trading, capitaltrades.com. You can actually go in here and you can see all the trades that Congress members are making. So for example, here today, or was this yesterday? Okay. She made these trades. She bought Google call options. She bought Amazon call options. She sold her Apple. She sold some NVIDIA and then bought NVIDIA. So this is, I know what she did. She she rolled over her options here. She also bought, two different things of NVIDIA. She bought Palo Alto Networks. She bought Tempest and she bought Vistra Group. Okay. I don't know if you guys know, Nancy Pelosi has one hell of a track record when she buys these things. She is widely known as one of the best stock pickers in Congress. I think probably the best one, if you count the fact that she's trading stocks or trading options, I should say. Really, really impeccable track record. I think she's worth like $200 million or something like that. How the hell is someone making 200 grand a year worth 200 million? Well, because of this stuff, right? She's making some pretty crazy trades. So we built a bot that basically copies her. Okay. And again, you could change this thing to copy any Congress member that you'd like. Okay. But basically, this is what we did when we back tested it. This is what we got in blue. This is Nancy Pelosi, our bot that you could actually run this code. I'll show you how to run this code. This is available to you. If you're on one of our plans, you can actually just click some buttons and run this right now if you're one of our subscribers. And then in yellow is S&P 500. Okay. You can see beat the S&P 500 by a quite nice margin. She's doing about 22% a year or about 216% over the course of this whole thing from January until October. Pretty wild what she was able to accomplish. If you guys want to run this, it's in our strategy library. Here's kind of how it looks like. You can go into here. We have lots of different strategies for you to pick from. This would be our Congress follower right here. You'd click on Congress follower, and then basically you'd click on deploy to render, and you can actually run this code yourself. So if you're interested in running this bot, it is available to you. You could run it if you're a paying customer, right? We also did the same thing with another Congress member called Mark Green. He's a Republican from Texas. He trades a lot of oil stocks. Really, really good oil stock picker. This guy, Mark Green, this is how our bot did with him. So basically in the blue is Mark Green, right? In the yellow is S&P 500. And you can see what bear market, the S&P went to a bear market in 2022. His stocks didn't move at all. He did a really good job. He has a really good stock picking ability when it comes to oil stocks. So if you want to copy him, you can do that too. It's very easy to modify. I'll show you how to do that later today. Either way, we have a Congress following bot. You can follow any member of Congress, Nancy Pelosi, Mark Green, whoever you want to follow. Very easy to do. And very good results too. Actually, let's take a look at this here. If we go back to our website, if you go to BotSpot, right, botspot.trade, you can go down here, Congress Pelosi, click on her, and you can see exactly how her portfolio is doing. There it is. You can see she is smoking the S&P. Ever since we put some money into this is paper trading on October 3rd, started at 100 grand, is now worth 118,000. So it's up almost $19,000 since starting this. You can see smashed the S&P 500. S&P is only what would have been up $5,000. This is up $18,000. Big difference. She is one hell of a stock picker and beating the S&P by quite a nice margin. So that's actually, you can watch this thing live, guys. You can go to 24-hour and you can literally watch this thing tick. This is how it did today at 3 p.m. I'm in Houston time right now. 2 p.m., 1 p.m. You can see exactly how this portfolio changed. You can see what she owns here as well. These are all the stocks that she owns that are in her portfolio. All right. Cool. Okay. So that's our Congress following bot. Do you guys have any questions so far? I'm going to take a quick break here. And I was going to ask if you guys have any questions for me so far. Again, we run this thing live. The reason why this is live is because we want you guys to be able to ask questions. I'm also checking our YouTube as well, if you guys want to see that, or if you want to ask questions there. Okay, cool. All right, so let me show you another bot. This is a bot that that we actually created quite a while ago. It's one of our oldest bots. It's been, I think we made this 2 or 3 years ago. It's been doing very well. I actually showed you this a little bit earlier. I have real money in this bot here. This is a diversified leverage bot. This is my real money account. It's been growing quite nicely. It's up to $5,300 now. I started at about $3,400, right? $3,500 is what I started at. It's worth now $5,300. I've made about $2,000 on this account. Quite nice. Okay. But here's how it back tested, right? So here's our simulated trading going back historically. What this basically does, if you'd like to understand what this bot does, it basically, we had the idea of copying Ray Dalio. If you don't know who Ray Dalio is, it's this guy right here, known to be one of the best stock pickers on earth. He runs the biggest hedge fund on planet Earth. I think they have some like $200 billion invested. And he was in a book with Tony Robbins, and Tony Robbins asked him a question: if you would give advice to someone to invest their money, what would you advise them to do? And he said, well, what you should do is you should invest in something called the all-weather strategy, right? And he goes on to describe what the all-weather portfolio is. It's something like this. Ray Dalio, by the way, billionaire, worth $14 billion. He's on the Forbes list. I think he was number 20 something last time I checked. One of the richest people on earth, right? Hedge fund manager. This is what he recommends, is to buy something called the all-weather portfolio. And what that is he says, put 30% of your money into stocks, put 40% of your money into long-term bonds, like TLT, put 15% of your money into intermediate term bonds, like IEI, put 7.5% of your money into broad-based commodities, things like wheat, corn, all that kind of stuff, oil, whatever, right? 7.5%, and then put another 7.5% of your money into gold, right? And he says, when you do that and you rebalance on a regular basis, what ends up happening is you have a very stable return. If you're someone who doesn't like risk and you want things to go very stable, this is a fantastic thing for you to do. Comes not from me, but from Ray Dalio. But also, if you just take a look at how this thing's performed over time, it is a very, very stable looking graph. When bad things happen, you'll be able to be protected quite nicely, right? Okay. So what we did, but the thing is, okay, now if you're investing in this, if you're someone who wants stability, go ahead and you could do this, right? We actually have a bot that can just directly do this. But when we back tested it, it is stable, it's very nice, but only does about 7.5% a year returns, right? That compares to the stock market, which does around 12% a year. So, okay, it's nice and stable, but it doesn't make a ton of money. So we're like, okay, well, what if we did this and we just leveraged it, right? So what we did is we took each one of these ideas and put it into a triple leveraged stock, right? So for example, here we have what it owns, right? It owns DIG, which is a triple leveraged gold ETF, okay? Then it owns TMF, which is a triple leveraged bonds, right? Then TQQQ, which is triple leveraged NASDAQ. Then UPRO, which is triple leveraged S&P 500, et cetera. So everything's triple leveraged. So we basically took the all-weather portfolio and just leveraged it, right? And this is what we got. We got a very nice, somewhat stable graph, but really, really high returns. This thing historically, according to our back tests, got 29% per year returns, or in other words, 4,000% returns in this back testing time period. So from February 2010, when all these symbols were available, and we ended it in June was when we did this. It's about a 14-year period. It did 4,000%, which means if you had put in, let's say $10,000, that $10,000 would be worth 40 times more. It'd be worth $400,000 now. That is really, really nice. If you're saving for your retirement and you had your money in something like this, you would be doing quite well right now. For me, I'm sitting on, a couple $100,000, put my investments into this, which I have a bunch into this. Really, really nice returns. You could retire quite early if this continues on the way it is. Very, very nice returns here. Okay. So that's our diversified leverage bot. Again, if you guys want to run this, it's available in our strategy library. If you're a paying customer, go into here, find diversified leverage, click on that. And today you can actually run it with us if you'd like. Just click on deploy to render and you can do that. We'll show you exactly how to do that later today. All right. Okay. Next thing is our Alpha Picks bot. Okay. This bot is probably one of our better performers right now. If you go into our website, you'll see on here, Alpha Picks, you can actually see here, strong buy. I'm going to take this one that's been running for quite a while. This thing is just absolutely dominating the stock market, right? You can see in green versus in gray, how the stock market's doing, just absolutely annihilates the stock market. This thing is up to $136,000. It started at 100K, so it's up 36% from August. So August, September, October, November, December, January, 5 months, 36%. What is that? 6% a month, something like that. It's doing 7% a month, I think it's doing. Quite nice returns. Very, very nice returns here. This is one of my favorites. I actually have some like $14,000 in this. I showed you this earlier. This is my real money portfolio. I have $14,500 currently sitting in this. I'm actually looking to transfer another 100,000 into this as well. But doing really well. And let me tell you about why we decided to build this thing. Okay, so there's a service called there's a website called Seeking Alpha. If you've never heard of these guys before, this is Seeking Alpha. Okay, basically they are a news company. People create financial blogs on there and they post about different financial stuff. If you've been trading for a while, you've probably seen these guys in the past. They're very popular. They've been around for a long time. There's lots of really smart people writing articles on here. Okay. Now, they've been doing that for many years. And recently, they launched a brand new product called Alpha Picks. Okay. Which is right. Where is this? Alpha Picks. There it is. Okay. Now, Alpha Picks, basically what it is they use all this data that they have. And they have a lot of data from all these different people posting stuff and whatever. And they recommend 2 stocks per month. Okay. So they recommend one on the 1st of the month and one on the 15th of the month. Now, I've been subscribed to this for a little over 2 years, and they have given me some pretty flippin' amazing picks. Okay. First of all, this is their track record. Okay. They're up since they started on July 1st, 2022. They are up 185% since July 1st. Quite nice. That even took us through a bear market and a bunch of other stuff. Whereas the S&P is only up 60%. So triple, yeah, but more than triple the return of the stock market over this time period. Quite nice return. Okay. Let me show you a couple picks that it gave me. So I'm going to log into my account here as one of my investment accounts that I manage. Just going to log in and I'll show you some picks that it gave me. And it gave me some pretty damn nice picks. And I think you guys will be impressed. Okay, so logging in. Okay, I'm going to scroll down here, and here's one of my investment accounts that I manage. Okay, this one has $1.2 million in it. Okay, you can see here 1.2 million, a little over 1.2 million now. Okay, and you scroll down here. We own a bunch of different stuff, but I want to take your attention to this one right here. This is Modine Manufacturing. Okay, this is a stock that Alpha Picks recommended something like a year or a year and a half ago. I said, you know what? Sounds interesting. I don't really know what they do. I did a little bit of research, right? They do some pretty cool stuff. They build like automated trucks, like electrical trucks, like some pretty cool stuff for like manufacturing and transportation. Like that sounds like an interesting company. I'll buy that. I put in $18,000, $18,444 to be specific. That is now worth $129,000. This one single pick that I got from AlphaPix made me $110,000, or in other words, a 600% return. Damn, that's one pick that they gave me. Okay, another pick they gave me was Powell. Okay, this is another one. Interesting company. They do like infrastructure for electrical stuff, which is going to be very useful for like AI data centers, for example. Really useful for electric cars, things like that. I thought the company was pretty interesting. I put in $10,000. I should have put in more, but my $10,000, $10,693 to be specific, turned into $57,916. One hell of a return. I made $47,000 on this one single pick, or in other words, 441%. This is something like a year ago, maybe not even a year. Okay, one hell of a return. Another one, Sprouts Farmers. This one's pretty cool. I actually went to Sprouts for the first time last weekend. I've actually never been to one. They're actually very cool. They're kind of like a Trader Joe's. If you guys have ever been to TJ's, they recommended Sprouts maybe 3, 4, 5 months ago. I put in $16,000. That's now worth $31,000. Maybe 14 grand in like 4 months, almost doubled in 4 months. They also recommended Synchrony Financial. This one's up 57,000 or 5,700 or 57% since I put it in. So really, really nice picks. Okay. So AlphaPix sounds fantastic, right? These guys are doing really well. They have a great track record. They've made me a ton of money. Okay. The problem though with AlphaPix is they give you these picks and you still have to go in and buy them, right? They'll give one to you on the 1st of the month, on the 15th of the month, and then they also remove things from time to time as well. They say, this company is not good anymore. We should remove this, okay? I kept missing that, okay? I don't know about you. I'm a busy person. I have a lot of stuff going on. They recommended one to me that I'm still kicking myself for. They recommended, what was it, SMCI, okay? And I was like, okay, this sounds pretty interesting. I was going to buy it. Life got away with me, and I forgot about it, okay? Next thing you know, I find out that is the best performing stock the entire year for that year. I think it was 2023. It was the best performing stock of 2023. And me did not buy it because I just didn't have the time. What the hell? So that frustrated me. And I'm like, you know what? Why don't we just build a bot that automatically does this? And that's exactly what we did. Okay. So we built the AlphaPix bot. Okay. And it basically what it does is it copies AlphaPix, right? It copies what these guys have. When they say buy something, it buys it. When they say sell something, it sells it. And we've been trading this for a couple months now. So here's AlphaPix that just copies them. Okay. Here's that bot. Since inception, this thing's up about 14%. We started it back on August 19th. And up until today, it's up about 14.5%. That's cool. It's beating the stock market. That's nice. Okay. But we decided to take it even further, okay? Because when you go to AlphaPix, not only do they tell you a list of stocks, but they also give you a recommendation on it. They'll either say hold, buy, or strong buy, okay? So we decided to make bots that follow that, okay? So this one follows all of them, right? If it's a hold, a buy, or a strong buy, it's called AlphaPix All, right? We'll invest in all of them, okay? But then we also made one called AlphaPix Buy Plus, okay, which basically will invest in buy and hold, okay? Maybe we'll call this AlphaPix Buy and Hold. I'm going to rename it because this may be a little bit simpler to understand, okay? Oh, bot name updated. Okay, there you go. And this is how this bot's been doing. So the other one's been doing quite well. It was up 14%. This one that's investing in buy and hold is up even more. This one's up 25% since August. Quite nice. You know, doing even better. It's beating the stock market by a good margin. You can see here, stock market would have taken 100K to 108. This is at 125. Very nice. Yeah. Okay, then we took it a step further. What if we only bought the strong buys? If you're not saying it's a strong buy, we don't buy it, okay? And that's what this one right here. AlphaPix strong buy. This one's up 36% since inception. I've had real money in this. It's making me some very nice money. I actually want to move another $100,000 into this. I'm feeling very confident in this one. Very nice return. You can see here beating the stock market by a very nice margin. Excellent thing to do. Okay? If you guys want to invest in this, it's super simple. If you're a paying customer, you can actually do this right now with us today. I'll show you how to do it. You go into the strategy library, you'll walk over to stock alpha picks, and then you'll scroll down to this deploy to render button, and you can run that right here. Okay. Very cool. So if you guys want to have this bot up and running, if you're a paying customer, you can literally do it right now. I'll show you how to do it. Okay. All right, cool. Okay, Yuri says I have to go, waiting for recording. Yeah, no problem. We're gonna be sending out the recording afterwards. It's also gonna be on YouTube, the whole live recording of this, right? Okay, cool. So that's our alpha pick spot. We also have a few more bots. Here's our options EMA spreads bot. This is a bot that trades option spreads on the S&P 500. If you guys are familiar with option strategies, basically one of the people during our Tuesday class came up with this idea and said, if you do this sort of thing, you can make lots of money. He's a great options trader. We did what he recommended, built this thing out, back tested it, got a very nice return. This thing historically would have done 83% a year. Very nice returns. I don't know about you, but 83% a year sounds very nice to me. This is that options trading bot. If you guys want this, you can go into our strategy library and you can find the what's it called again? It is called the spreads, EMA spreads bot. Simply go in here, search for spreads, right? There's rolling EMA spreads. You can click on that and you can run this bot right here. So deploy to render, there we go. Okay. All right. Basically with this bot, again, it invests in spreads, and basically depending on the VIX, depending on moving averages, it'll say, is it going to buy a put spread or a call spread? And then it legs into it and does a couple other things. If you want to read a little bit more about it, we do have a breakdown in our GitHub that describes how that works. Okay, so it's a spreads bot. We made two different versions of this. We have copying SPY, and we have it also copying IWM and gold as well. Okay, so that's our spreads bot. We also built another one. We built an Iron Condor trading bot. If you are into options trading, here's the Iron Condor bot. We built this thing out. Here's one version of it. We have some like 33 different versions of the spot, doing everything from monitoring the VIX and doing this and that. All sorts of really cool stuff. I showed you one of these earlier today. It's been doing quite well. This SPY4 is version 4 of it. Here, beating the stock market, very nice and stable up into the right returns. Right. Basically, what it does is it buys Iron Condor or sells Iron Condors. If you're familiar with options trading, which is basically like an income-producing strategy, just makes a little bit of money every day. Income, as long as the stock market doesn't move too much, it makes money, right? And it does a bunch of other stuff. Depending on what version you pick, it can basically, trade based on the VIX and a bunch of other stuff like that, right? Okay, cool. Those are Iron Condor trading bots as well. Okay, so that's a couple of our algorithms. Just wanted to show you a few of them so you guys have a sense of some of the things we have available. If you want to choose any one of these bots, you could choose them today, and I'll show you exactly how to run these things. Okay. All right. Any questions, guys? Any questions around anything that I've shown you so far? I'm going to check our YouTube as well. Okay, cool. All right, okay. So let me show you guys how to run this, okay? So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to use Alpaca as a broker today. If you have never heard of Alpaca, they are a fantastic brokerage. These guys are growing crazy fast. I've been hearing lately that they're all across Europe now. They're in Bulgaria, I heard, of all places. They're there. They're in Canada. They're in the US. They're in Australia. They're in Singapore, Germany. Pretty much all of our clients around the world are now able to use them. It's amazing. You can trade stocks, options, and crypto. It's kind of like Robinhood, wherein it's commission-free trading, right? So commission-free trading all around the world for stocks, options, and crypto, and it's made specifically for trading algorithms. So you can even see as code here. It's like Robinhood, but made for trading bots. Okay, these guys are fantastic. They're registered in the US. Very good, legit broker if you guys want to check them out. That's what we're going to be using today. For you guys to run this bot that we're talking about today, we're just going to use this broker. We could use a bunch of other brokers, but we'll just use this one because it's, I think, the best one, easiest to get up and running, and you could actually do it right now. Click sign up for free. When you do that, you're going to fill in your first, last name, your country of residence, your email, your password that you want to use with them. Click sign up, and then they'll send you an email. Once you have confirmed your email, you're going to go to login. You're going to log in with Trading API. And then here's my demo account. I'm going to show you guys. 22. This is 882.627. There we go. Okay, so logged in, and this is basically what Alpaca looks like. When you get in here, when you get into Alpaca, it'll ask you, do you want to open an account, an individual entity? You can just skip that for now. If you want to have a live account with real money, this is how you do it. Okay, but what we're going to be doing during this demo here is we're just going to use paper trading. So we're going to go in the top left-hand corner, click on home, and there's your paper trading. Okay. Okay. So here's my account. It's up. It's made quite a bit of money. That's pretty cool. Made $7,000. This algorithm. Cool. Awesome. So this is one of them. One of the algorithms I have running right now, and I'll show you how to actually get this thing up and running. Okay. Cool. So there's your account. When you get to this account, what you need to do is you need to scroll down to a section that says API keys. Find that section. When you get there, hit generate, or for me, it's regenerate because I already made it. It's going to give you an API key and a secret. Think about this kind of like a username and password. We're going to use this to actually run your bot. It's how your bot knows where to trade. It's how it actually logs into your account and places trades. Okay. So there we go. Keep this window open. We're going to come back to this. We're going to use these API keys in the future. Okay. So there it is, right? Make an account with Alpaca. Here's a little breakdown on it. All right. And then once you get there and you make an account, get your API keys, generate them, and hold on to your API keys. Okay. Step 2 is GitHub. What you're going to do is you're going to go to github.com, or specifically go to this URL. This is our strategy library. Okay. github.com/LumiWealth-strategies. This is where we have our whole strategy library, where I've been showing you all these different strategies here. And you can actually go in here and pick the ones that you want to work on. If you are a paying customer, you'll have all of these different strategies available to you. If you are not a paying customer and you just want to see how it works to create a bot, come here and you can click on this example algo, right? So we'll launch this thing right now, so that we can, even if you're not a paying customer, you can see how to do this, okay? All right, so this is the example algo that we go into, okay? All right, to run the algorithm, you basically go here, you find the strategy that you want to run, and you're going to want to click on deploy to render. Okay, and we'll do that in a second. Okay? Before we do that, before I show you the next steps, any questions so far about anything on how to run this? Okay, cool. All right, so now to run this with Render, what you're going to do is you're going to go, so Render, if you guys have, if you're wondering what it is, this is render.com, and this is where your algorithms are going to live. Okay? Render.com, basically what they do is they run servers. Okay? Basically, if you want to launch an application, so in this case, we're launching a bot, they will host it for you. They basically put it on a server, most likely somewhere in North Virginia, in this giant giant warehouse full of like crazy amounts of computers. Your algorithm is going to live in one of those things. They have backup generators. They have all-round security. They have the fastest internet you could think of. It's really stable and safe and secure, which is exactly where you want to be running your trading bots. Okay, so we're going to be using Render to launch your algo. Okay, so now next steps, if you want to run this thing, go to your trading algorithm, the one that you want to use. In this case, I'm doing this example algo. Go down, scroll down here to deploy to render. Click on that button. Once you click on that, this is the page that I see. Okay, but if you're brand new to Render, you're going to have to sign up with them first. This is what the process will look like. you'll basically see a page like this to sign in. If it's your first time, you'll have to click sign up down here, sign up, and then they'll send you a verification email. Go verify that. Once you do that, you have to come back in. They'll ask you your name, what you want to do with it. It doesn't matter what you fill in here. You can fill in whatever you want. This is what I filled in, right? They'll ask you for payment information. It does cost $7 a month to run this thing because they are running this on a server for you somewhere in North Virginia, probably. Okay, so you have to put in your payment information. Once you do that, you're going to have to connect your GitHub so that it can actually use these algorithms. So you hit connect to GitHub. You're going to have to log into your GitHub account, authorize render, give it access to it, and then hit save, right? And then you're going to have your render all set up. You've paid them, you've linked your GitHub, and now you can actually run this algorithm, okay? So here, what you're going to do is you're going to type in the name of this algo that you want to run. I usually just put example algo. Let's say example algo 2, right? Because we already have another one running there. So put in the name and then hit deploy. When it's deploying, basically you're going to wait until you see this thing starting up, which is, where the heck is this? It's because I have 2 of them running. Syncs. Where the heck is this? Okay, I ran this thing. We could actually go back here. If you click on just the main render, you can actually see it pop up. Where the heck is it? Let me, sorry guys, let me reset this for a second here. So you wouldn't actually experience this because for you guys, you would not have ran this before. I'm going to stop this one. Disconnect. There you go. Okay. So let's start from the top again. Okay. This is what it will look like for you. You go into here, into your actual algorithm itself, click deploy to render. Okay. And then you're going to put the name that you want to run, click deploy. And then when you do that, this is what it will look like for you. Okay. For me, it was a little different because I had multiple of them running, right? But there we go. Okay, so now we have this thing showing here, and you see a nice little link here in the middle, stock example algo. You want to click on that or whatever you called it, and this is your actual algorithm. Okay, you see that it's actually starting up, things are going, but the problem is that you don't have your variables set yet. Okay, you don't have everything set up yet to run this thing. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over to, on the left-hand side, we're going to click on environment. Okay, and we're going to set these environment variables. Okay. So here, we're going to click edit. To edit these environment variables, we're going to fill in our API key. We're going to fill in everything else that's blank here. And then we're going to add in one more, which is Lumi Wealth API key. I'm going to make this so it automatically shows up for you guys. I'll do it later today. We're going to add all those in. Okay. So all we got to do is we just got to fill in the blanks. Okay. So to get the Alpaca API key, we're going to go back to Alpaca. Remember where we generated this here, and grab this key, copy it. We're going to copy the Alpaca API key and come back over here and paste it into the value. So the key is Alpaca API key. The value is the key itself. Okay. We're going to go back to Alpaca. We're going to grab the secret, double click it, copy, and then we're going to go paste it into here. Okay. Now we have Alpaca API key filled in. We have Alpaca API secret filled in. We have is paper filled in. This is true. If you guys want to run real money, say false. That's all you have to do. It's just different API keys and false. We have to fill in live config. So live config, we're going to get that from our strategy library. So we're going to go into here, example algo, and you'll see basically our back tests, right? You figure out which one you want. Here's different back tests if you want to run. There's different configurations you can run. This one is specifically running TQQQ and UPro. I'm going to click on that. I'll see my back test. If I like this looks good to me. I like this strategy. I want to run this. Cool. I'm just going to copy the name of it, TQQQ_UPro. Copy that. and then paste that into live config. And then now I'm going to set up my LumiWealth API key. So I'm going to go into BotSpot website. I'm going to click add a bot. I'm going to give it a name. This is going to be stock example algo is what I'm going to call it. I'm going to say this is paper trading. I want to make it public. You can make it private if you want to. You could give it some description if you want. Click create bot. Once that's done, you're going to get an API key. You're going to copy that API key, and you're going to put that into here as well. Okay, so all we do is fill in Alpaca's API key, Alpaca's API secret, the live config, and then the LumiWealth API key. Once you've done all that, hit save, and then you're just going to restart your bot by going manual deploy, deploy latest commit, and that's going to restart your bot, and this thing will start trading for you, right? That's it. Couple of fill in the blanks, and you're good to go. Okay, so you see this thing building, spinning, right? Once this is done, it will turn green and you'll have a check mark on it. Okay, that is essentially the process of running a bot. Okay, we'll go through slides here. You see deploy, click on the background worker, go to environment, edit your environment variables, fill in the blanks, then redeploy your bot by doing this, and then wait until this turns green. And that's it. You're good to go. Okay. You'll see if you're successful, you'll see orders actually get placed inside of Alpaca, and this thing will actually start trading for you. Okay. Cool. That's basically how to run a bot. If you guys found that difficult, we do provide help with that. If you're one of our clients and you need help launching a bot, go to lumiwealth.com. Under more, book a call. You can book a call with one of our staff that will help you actually go through this. So if you're having any trouble launching the bot, you want some help, you want someone else to help you out with this, go to lumiwealth.com/book a call, or you go under more, book a call, and we'll have someone on the phone. You can book a time and we can actually help you launch this thing. So if you found this to be difficult or confusing in any way, book a call. We'll go through that with you together and we'll get you all set up. All right. Cool. Any questions around that? Okay, awesome. All right, so that's basically it for running a bot. Now, let me tell you guys a little bit about our plans and what we do. If you guys want to join, you want to use our AI bot builder, you want to run some of our bots, we have all that available. Our strategy library is available to if you're on a pro plans, starter plan, or all access plan. This is basically the link to the strategy library. If you're on any one of those plans, you actually get access to all this. I see a couple of you guys that are paying customers. So if you want to do that, it's available there. Our starter plan is we just launched a brand new price for it. So if you guys want to get a nice little deal, starter plan is now just $99 a month. That will give you the strategy library. That'll give you a bunch of pre-recorded educational courses, and they'll give you access to our AI bot builder, right? Which is this really amazing thing. AI bot builder is now available under the starter plan. Okay. And that's, if you go to our website, go lumiwealth.com, scroll down to plans here, right? There's a starter, pro, and all access plan. So starter plan here is for 99 bucks a month. And this is all the stuff that you get. You get our AI bot builder, you get pre-recorded classes, you get our weekly workshops, you get community access, you get this botspot.trade website, you get 5 pre-made algorithms that you can choose from that run stock, crypto, and options algorithms. And then you have an optional installation and setup. For 500 bucks, we could actually get you all set up and make sure that you have everything you need. We'll help you learn. We'll teach you how to use this AI bot builder, how to do a bunch of other things hands-on through there. Okay. So that's our starter plan. Our pro plan is basically the next step up, and that's right here. This one is $4,000 approximately, $3,998. There's a big discount on it. If you sign up by tomorrow, it's 80% off, 80% off if you sign up by tomorrow. So huge savings if you guys want to sign up and save some money. And then it's $200 a month afterwards. Okay. That's going to give you everything from the starter plan, that is AI bot builder, pre-recorded classes, a bunch of stuff. And we'll also give you access to our live algo building sessions, these sessions that we do every Tuesday, which are freaking awesome. If you want to have a bot built for you during this class, we are building bots every single week. So if you have an idea in mind, you can actually join these live algo building sessions, and we could build that for you during that session. It runs every single Tuesday, right? We also have live classes. We have an AI bot building boot camp that's starting soon. It's going to show you how to use this AI bot builder. That's going to start in March. We haven't picked an exact date yet, but sometime mid-March, we're going to start these live classes. You also get 1 hour of developer access per month. So if you need help coding anything, if you're stuck on whatever, building a bot, we give you an hour a month of developer time to actually help you out with whatever you need. And then you get over 30 pre-made algorithms, all the stuff inside the live algo building session, everything inside the strategy library. All these different algorithms here are all available to you when you're part of that pro plan, right? So basically we say the starter plan is do it yourself. The pro plan is we do it together. We have all these different live classes for you to be a part of, and we can help you out. Okay? Then we have our all access plan, which is do it for you. This is $9,998, about 10 grand. Again, huge sale going on right now. If you want to save some money, it's 80% off until tomorrow. It's the biggest sale we've ever done, right? So if you want to save yourself $8,000, this is available right now. I'll show you that coupon code in a second. And then it's $399 per month afterwards. This is if you want basically us to do everything for you. We have a white glove installation service and do it done for you. We'll set everything up for you, launch your algorithms for you, do everything for you, so you don't have to touch anything, right? You also get 4 hours a month of developer access. So if you want to have any bots built for you, if you have any specific things in mind, we can actually build those bots for you during 4 hours a month sessions, right? And then you also get direct access to myself, Robert G. Grezek is my last name. Basically any bot they want to have built, you can directly reach out to me and I can help you out with that and get that stuff launched for you. With this new AI technology, we have almost any bot that I can think of, we can get this thing up and running in minutes. So if you have a strategy in mind, let me know and we can actually build it out. Okay. That's all available to you in the all access plan. And it's basically a done for you service. All right. Okay. So those are our 3 plans: starter, pro, and all access. And there you go. And this exclusive offer, like I said, it's time limited. This offer 80% off the sign up fee for any of our plans. Biggest sale we've ever done. Only valid until tomorrow, January 23rd. If you want to sign up for it, use the coupon code NYSF80. There we go. Type that coupon code in when you're checking out. So basically, if you, for example, want to sign up to our pro plan, you'll click on learn more. And then you'll go to, you could read up about it, everything that's in here, it explains to you all the different features you get and whatnot. Okay, if you want to sign up to this plan, click on add to cart. Okay, that will add it to your cart here, pro plan. Okay, and then you'll put in your coupon code NYSF80, apply coupon, and that is going to give you that 80% off. So you can see here, saving $3,000 on this plan. And then once you're ready to go, click on checkout and you can sign up to our pro plan, get access to our AI bot builder, and you will be able to join us on Tuesdays, actually see how the sauce gets made. You'll get access to our live classes. You'll get access to all these different algorithms I showed you today, some of which are performing quite well. You'll get access to all of that for 80% off if you sign up by tomorrow. Cool. Any questions over anything that we've covered today? checking YouTube as well. If you guys have any questions on YouTube. Okay. Well, if you guys do have any questions, you can always go to our website, go under more, book a call. That'll get you live on the phone with someone. We can answer any questions that you have about any of our plans, help you get set up, anything that you need help with, you can book a call here. Or you could also go in the bottom right-hand corner of our website. We have this little chat thing here. You can click chat with us and you can speak with members of our staff, and we can help you out with whatever you need help with. All right. Cool. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, this was fun. I hope you guys had a great time. I loved showing you some of our new stuff that we're doing. Very excited about our new AI bot builder. We're going to be pushing this very hard over the next couple of weeks. So if you guys sign up, you guys get a discount now. You get to get in at the ground floor doing some really, really amazing stuff. So it's fantastic, guys. Hope you guys all have a great night. Thank you very much for your time. And I will see you in our classes. For those of you that are subscribers, I'll see you guys next Tuesday or the Tuesday afterwards. We're taking next week off. Or I'll see you guys at our next workshop, because next week we're going to be doing a workshop for specifically this AI bot builder. So if you guys want to learn how that whole thing works, that's going to be next Wednesday. We're doing a special workshop for that. Okay. All right, guys. It's been a pleasure. Have a good night. Thank you very much for your time, and I'll see you in Maurizio. I'll see you in the next session. Right?
Yeah, see you. Hey, Bob.
Hey, Maurizio, how's it going? Yeah. Next week we're going to do a workshop specifically about this AI bot builder, so you'll be able to actually see specifically how to do this. Right.
You know what? And I missed that call. You know, the one that you wanted the input.
Okay.
If I missed that, I'll try to redo it again.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, just whenever you're ready, feel free to book a call. Right.
All right. Thanks a lot, man.
Okay, awesome. All right, have a good one. Good night.